Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy PrimeTimePat. We're here with another video, and today we're going to be looking at this video of this guy. I believe his channel is Caleb Hammer, and he usually goes over people's financial statements and where they're going wrong. And this is a very important topic because a lot of us, we have debt, which is okay in some instances, but we got to figure out how do you cut that debt and how do you change your habits so you don't get back into those certain debts. And I've watched a couple of his videos, and a lot of people, we are bad with our finances, and some of them, they just don't look like they're going to change the way they talk. It's like you give somebody a reason and you tell them where they're going wrong, and they give you a reason why they might change, but they're going to continue to do the same crap. And sometimes people don't want to change, but I like the way he critiques them, and he's very honest about what he's saying to them. And sometimes it just doesn't make sense what comes out of people's mouth, and they don't have no justification of why they're spending money the way they spend money. So let's go through this.
I feel like we were really good with our finances. We bought a house at 18.
Mm-hmm.
What? You said at 18 you got a massive credit card limit and maxed it out.
That was like a year or so later. I'm just saying they gave me that credit card limit when I was 18.
Okay.
So I feel like we were more financially responsible when I had a job, and then I went 1099 in insurance and
he just
wasn't
didn't
working
really he didn't really work when he was in insurance because he was working from home. But then we had just had our first son, and I guess he felt guilty about leaving me at home with him, even though I was like kind of okay. And so he would just
not
stay home, or if he would hear him like fussing and stuff, he would just come downstairs and like help out and everything instead of going to sell insurance.
Okay. So you took it out to pay off the credit card debt, to be clear.
Correct.
Okay. Any more kids?
No, not yet.
Not right
no,
now.
not right now.
Okay, but okay. So as long as that's not in your immediate future, I'm just trying to determine, because we are not starting this family off in a financially secure way, and then our spending's just.
And people gotta understand, once you start, if you were bad spending before when you were single, or it was just you and your wife, or wife and your husband, and then all of a sudden you bring kids into the picture, which you're gonna have to spend more money, and you still try to live the same way you were living before. What you think is gonna happen? That's gonna be financial disaster. That is crazy. And later on in the video, we're going to talk about how we spend on kids, and is it necessary?
Ridiculous. I mean, to be clear, spoiler alert, wee woo, total income that came in, and this includes some extra stuff that came from your insurance days, I guess. Some reoccurring
I
things
still get I get paid every month from it.
Yeah. So if we're bringing in $5,161 in total, $6,630.55 going out is
Big
insane.
problem.
Yeah. So we went to Oklahoma, I think, during that statement for a cousin's wedding, and
he's spending more than he's bringing in. Simple as that.
Kind of went crazy.
I will say, if we didn't have to go to Oklahoma, I would not have wanted to go to Oklahoma. It's not my preferred.
But we like
location.
Kitty kind of
think
made
it's
that a
anyone's.
vacation, so
Yeah.
But we have debt to pay off.
right.
We have kids.
Let me tell you something right now. You're gonna come to an age where you become strict and you're trying to get your finances together. I don't care whose birthday it is or whatever. If I ain't got the bread, I'm not going. I don't need to go. I don't know why people are so afraid to tell people you can't do it, or this ain't the time. I have people's birthdays coming back to back. People want presents. I don't have to buy you a present. I don't have to buy you a Christmas present. And I'm the same way. You don't have to do it for me, because I know I'm not going to do it if I ain't got it. Stop trying to impress people. You're going to be broke. It's that simple. And then on top of that, you go out of town and then you got to spend extra knowing you're in debt. I'm sorry, there's certain debts. I ain't go on a trip in the past 2 years because I went through a bad relationship. And to get back on my feet faster and save, I didn't take any vacations. How you think I feel looking at everybody on Instagram and this and that going on vacation? I don't feel no type of way because I know where I want to be. I want to retire soon. I want to have money in the bank, money saved up, and I need to invest at the same time. So I don't feel no type of way that I ain't going on vacations, because prior to that, I was going on vacation 2 or 3 times a year. So it's like you guys got a FOMO that you see online. People go on vacation. Oh, I need to do it too, knowing damn well you have debt and stuff to pay off. You gotta ask yourself, when do you want to retire? Because there's people that's retiring early. They ain't waiting until 50, 60. Problem is, you guys don't have patience. I said it in my other video, patience is the key. You guys do not have patience, and it's gonna kill you.
Kids to take care of.
Right.
So you vacation. What vacation? Why? What kind of responsibility is that? You guys are young, but you've taken out a lot now. It's time that we're growing up.
It's keeping it real.
Yeah. I guess it was just like we had to go to Oklahoma, and we were like, if we're gonna be there, we might as well
go to Oklahoma. Costs 2 cents to exist in Oklahoma. Oh, exaggeration. Calm down. But you did not have to go crazy, dude. Not even close.
Yeah, but we did.
I know you did. But what makes me afraid is doing it again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if we don't understand that it's completely wrong when we're in terrible, destructive, absolutely terrible debt, how do we know we're not going to do this again? That scares the me.
Attentive's old website lived on work, which was a problem. Max was like, why don't we try Webflow?
Me too.
All right. Not giving me a
I guess that's kind of why
here.
I guess that's kind of why we're here, is just to since we don't create a budget, we just kind of like don't look at it and spend.
Yeah.
Well, we're obviously going to put you through the budgeting program like any other couple, so make sure you take the education, build.
I think certain people, before they even go to a financial advisor or whatever, you gotta go to a mental advisor, therapy, because all the financial advisor is going to teach you to do is how to fix your numbers. But the problem is in your head. To say, I'm not going to do this, I'm going to cut this out, I can't buy this week, I can't do this. That has nothing to do with the financial advisor. That has to do with your mental. You have a mental problem, not a spending problem. Well, you have a spending problem, but you have a mental problem also. It is mental. People go and buy expensive cars because they see other people, it feels good, but you know you can't afford it, or it's killing you.
The budget, but all the actions that have led up, starting at 18 from you, now 5 years later, how's your finances been since you graduated high school towards now?
Okay, so we met when I was 17. He was about to turn 18.
High school sweethearts?
No, he's homeschooled. No. Yeah, so no. We met at his sister's wedding.
Sure.
Yeah. So basically I didn't know anything about finances because they don't teach you that in school, which they should.
Which is true.
And so he was the one that was really doing everything, and I was just kind of working. He was helping me figure it out, got me a credit card to build up my credit. Yeah. Then
So did you teach us the fundamentals of credit cards? I don't think so, because you were your own credit cards. Okay, so cool.
Yeah.
What were you doing?
I did buy her a car in cash though.
Okay.
Yeah.
We didn't take out a loan, so that's good.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. High five. That doesn't negate any of this stuff here. That's not how this works. Okay. This is insane. This is ridiculous. Let's just start diving. Actually, before we dive in, give me a financial score. I'm gonna say 3, 2, 1, go. On go, I want you to both give me your household financial score. 0 to 10. 0 being the worst, 10 being the best. So 3, 2, 1, go, and then you say it. 3, 2, 1, go.
5.
Oh,
what the that is a big difference by 50% of the scale.
Yeah, she's just not involved in our finances.
Okay, well that's an immediate red flag. You guys got to do this together, even if you're not out there earning. I mean, it's
iffy on that, because you have these women that want to be stay-at-home wife, don't want to deal with anything, and the man is dealing. If if that man is not, he doesn't know what he's doing, he can take you down the drain and you guys don't even know what's going on. I believe the woman needs to know a little bit of what's going on with the finances, even if she's not bringing in anything. Like simple things like what the bills are going to be and stuff like that, because if anything happens to you, stuff needs to still keep going. But when she doesn't know anything, yeah, it might be disastrous. And when things get bad, that's why they say finances is one of the top reasons why there's a divorce. If she don't know anything and she ain't even bringing in finances, you're really going to be messed up. Because most likely she's going to end up leaving because she don't know how to handle the finances. And you having those type of insecurities in your own relationship, yeah, that's going to be a big issue.
At some point you probably will again, and it'll be many years down the road, and maybe not. Doesn't have to be a requirement, but just typically that's what we see these days. And still, you guys need to come together, understand where we're trying to get to, what goals are we trying to achieve, what does it take to hit those goals along the way. Those are conversations we need to have together. If one person's dominating the household finances, that's a recipe for disaster looking forward, because at some point you're going to want to be more involved in the conversations. And if you're jumping into the deep end of an absolute mess and confusion and you don't know how to work with someone at that point because you've just been doing it so long together, it's going to be a mess.
I think that's part of the reason why I don't bother with it, is because it is so like
I just don't want to burden
overwhelmingly
her with it.
confusing.
You're burdening her by up the finances, and she's having to deal without knowing what's going on.
True.
That's a burden. You're not burdening someone by giving them, well, you can burden someone by giving them
Well, I
knowledge,
did tell her that we go more into that.
Nah, I like this man is very blunt. He can see the bullshit in people when they talk. He can read the bullshit in people. He's very good.
That every month.
If you guys want your Hammer financial score, though, it's linked in the description below. It's free. But speaking of, going into debt every single month, we're pay advancing. We're pay advancing. Do you know he's pay advancing?
I don't know what that is.
He's getting his paycheck, parts of his paycheck early, and then having to pay it back.
Yeah.
She doesn't even know that?
No.
No. You've never told me that.
Never.
What do you think? Because that's like fucking scary.
Like, what are you doing that for?
For bills that come up.
What bills? Because our bills come out the first of every month.
Not all of them.
The ones you've told me.
No. Not all of our bills come out the first of the month. But so here's what happened. Are those in February? I accidentally paid my car payment
this month.
I accidentally paid my car payment twice.
Okay, but that doesn't account for everything here. You pay advancing constantly.
Well, yeah, but it's one of those things you get into. Once you pay advance once, then you just need it the next time around and the next time around.
But not necessarily, though, because these are like close to 400.
That's just like going to a check cashing store. If you do not save your money and get away from that stuff. When I first started working and we wanted extra money, and I was getting money just to go out and stuff like that, because the check that we're getting was to go to bills and stuff like that. You're getting money to the check cashing store is going to just be a revolving cycle instead of the saving part of your check. It's hard once you get into it. It's very hard to get out of it. Very hard.
$100. Okay, that's not an insignificant amount of money, but $400.
It's $100.
Okay, but when you pay it back, when you do the reset. Okay, I see what's happening. So you're doing $100 at a time. Yes. Okay, well that makes what I was about to say even easier. It's $100. Yes, for many people, you get into that, and that's a hard cycle to break. $100 is not even close to a make or break for someone who's bringing in net $53,000 a year.
Yeah.
What is going on, man? Got to give me something here. I got to get some kind of insight.
So I guess I finally decided to like close our credit cards or lock them or whatever, however that works. And
then on top of that, I think I'm not sure what the real number is right now, but I think it used to be like 10% or something like that they're charging. So you're taking out $400 loan, they're taking about $40, $35 out of your check. $30, $40 you gotta pay back every time you go and pay that loan.
I was just like starting off in my checking account with like nothing. Because kind of the way like my mindset worked was, and I feel like I learned this just throughout my childhood, except for my parents made a lot more money than me. They would put like everything on a credit card and pay it off. So I would just put everything on a credit card, not knowing how much I actually spent on it, and then I go to pay it off at the end of the month, and I can't. I don't know. I mean, I know how to manage P&Ls and stuff. I'm pretty good at that, but I just never dealt with my own.
How do you feel? You're hearing things for the first time a lot. I need to know how you feel. How is the status of your guys' marriage right now? Mostly revolving around the finances, but where are we sitting today?
Empower your students at every stage of the writing process with Grammarly's generative AI.
I suggest anybody has girlfriend and boyfriend, if you
concerning that I didn't know that he was taking out part of his paychecks
more on top of the other.
I definitely feel like that's something I should have at least known. Yes, he doesn't really involve me in the finances, but I feel like I should have at least known that on if he was taking out parts of his paycheck before getting paid.
Don't you think you should have told her?
Yeah.
Why didn't you?
I don't know. I honestly just didn't
know
think
the
about
answer
it.
for everything.
No, I didn't.
We handled all the finances.
I didn't.
But like you didn't think.
I've not included her in our finances since we got married, so I just didn't think about it.
Have you ever asked to be included in the finances?
No.
Why?
It's just really confusing for me.
It's stressful.
Yeah. And
well, it's clearly going to get more stressful if we don't ever.
Yeah.
Okay. So, yep, we're borrowing that, and then we have the fees on top of that. He loses $4 every time, so that's a 4%. 4% immediately gone from the money that is borrowed from his.
You guys, you might not think that 4% is anything, but it adds up. That's why I still have a piggy bank. I save every penny. Every penny. You do. I think the reason why some people just be like, oh, it's $20, it's $40, because you guys never been entrepreneurs. You guys never run a business. Online business, no nothing. I remember one time, I used to sell a lot on eBay. I remember one time checking one of my statements, and it showed, because I was shipping small stuff, so USPS would charge about $3.45 to $4 for shipping. I checked at the end of a monthly statement that I spent about $700 in shipping. Imagine that. Now, obviously, that's not something I can get around. I wish I could keep that extra $700 in my pocket, but there it goes right there. $700 when you're doing some real business. $700 in shipping. So we need to stop with it's just a little bit. It ain't nothing. That's little money. Okay.
This paycheck.
Keep doing it.
Yeah.
All right, and then on here, so here's so we have a paid for car. You said you got to pay for a car for her, but yourself, no?
No, I bought my car in cash, but so that car ended up going out. First off, it was a coupe, and we had 2 kids, which was.
I have been begging him to get rid of that car for a really long time.
Yeah, why didn't you get a car within what makes sense for your finances?
Because we had no cash, and when my car died.
No, that doesn't answer the question. If you have no cash, how does that equal get a more expensive car than you can afford? Usually that would mean getting a car within your
$0 budget.
Huh?
I mean, I didn't have any cash, so.
No, so how does that equal getting a car you cannot afford? That doesn't make sense. I don't have any cash. That means
Now we make the stupidest reasonings to buy something we don't need to buy. He could have bought. There was plenty of vans he could have found for $5,000, $6,000. That are reliable. Guys, you have plenty of secondhand mechanic shops, places where you can get cheap parts, this and that. You guys make the excuse, oh, I need a brand new car. And then some of y'all were getting brand new cars during the pandemic, you're not even driving them. Make it make sense. And then you got a $500 car payment plus the insurance on top of that. Just to look good.
I get a car I can't afford instead of a car that's within my budget. Buddy, you got to give me something.
Well,
man. What am I working with?
Okay, so I mean, it's hard to drive around a small, cheap car when you have 2 kids and a car seat, 2 car seats.
Yeah, but I think you went a little overboard for what you needed. You could have got a Jeep Cherokee like my Jeep Cherokee for about $12,000. 2019 Jeep Cherokee. That's what it's worth about. And you could easily fit them in there. It's safe.
What? You could have got something cheaper, bro.
I think where he was coming from is we know we're eventually going to have more kids.
Well, that's why I asked that at the beginning. You guys said no.
We said
Well,
yes.
yes, but not like
not right
not right
now.
When?
Probably in the next year and a half.
No, that doesn't make sense. Why not clean up your finances first? Kids are
Bro, never want to take care of responsibilities first before they go and get something else that they're going to be spending more money. Y'all heard that? There's some people that think like that right now with certain stuff. Oh, well, I can trade in for the new thing. And you just continue the cycle.
aren't cheap. You can still have them while you're getting out of debt. Yes. And while you're building wealth. Sure. Absolutely. But a lot of your things, I don't know, because you're delaying a lot of things that set you guys up for success, which pushes a lot of the pressure on them at some point.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I want you guys to be in a better place before we start popping out more.
I think
one more planned. Okay.
So I think my justification for that was it's a good, reliable car.
What is it?
It's a Toyota Sienna.
And even still, that what you just said didn't make any sense because my Jeep likely holds.
You can't put a third car seat in
No.
No?
No.
You're not supposed
We've
to.
tried.
Oh, well, that's me. That's on my lack of knowledge.
Maybe if you get like some of the more expensive car seats.
So what?
That
This
are,
has
like, really
a third
skinny.
row.
Yeah.
It's a
Seats
van.
Eight people.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know what I'm talking about when it comes to
Car seats.
You still could have got it cheaper.
It's not my field of care. Giving it anyway whatsoever. That's okay. Toyota Sienna for $21,281.28 at an interest rate of what?
It's 8.9.
Not great. 9%. Minimum monthly payment
of $549.50. Because it had over 100,000 miles, the banks will only do 48 months.
What is your what do you mean?
What?
Because banks will only do.
You mean that's the longest they'll go?
Yeah.
Why would I want you to go longer than that? That's terrible.
No, I'm just saying that's why the payment's high.
Payment's high because you probably got something that you just couldn't afford right now. Well, your paid off car. What kind of car is it?
No, that's her car now. I took over her Toyota Corolla.
Okay, so you're never going to
2000.
drive around the kids?
Well, no, he is.
See, doesn't make more sense. Okay, so sure, I had the lack of knowledge in terms of where you have to put a car seat, and that's, fine. Okay, that's awesome. You're preparing when you got this for this new kid that just, again, we've already established, and you guys kind of agreed that maybe you had kids a little too early.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Does that flow in with having another one right now? Now, maybe you're just trying to keep the ages less. So that there's a family planning perspective, and then there's a financial perspective, and it's hard to mesh.
Mm-hmm.
What were you gonna say?
I mean, I could probably only go through having one more kid. I almost died with my last one.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was a whole ordeal. I would not recommend almost dying. It was not fun.
Yeah, you want to almost die again?
No, which is why I want to wait a little longer. If I even want
You said a year.
Well, yeah.
You guys are not decided on this.
No.
It's more
well,
like.
Why did we buy the car for it then instead of waiting until getting the car then? That's because that's all I was going to suggest is this was not necessary right now.
Right.
Right now. You could have gotten a car that was about $10,000.
That's what happens when you're doing things in the moment. You don't need it right now. You're going to go and pay for it. Make it make sense. God dang.
Cheaper that would fit your situation now and then figure it out financially at that point.
Yeah.
Get it credit scores better, get a better loan.
That's the thing too when
is having a fully funded emergency fund. But you want to have a kid without a fully funded emergency fund anyway?
Mm-hmm.
Like
no.
I know you're already in the situation you're in, but without having a fully funded emergency fund, our situation is just so dangerous financially speaking as a household.
Yeah. I think also the reason the interest rate is so high is because my credit score when I took that out because my credit cards were at 110% utilized.
Yeah.
So it was 580 when I took it out.
Does this make sense to have done this at that point? I would
Probably
say
not.
no. 12%? 12% interest on what? 32,000. Oh, no, that's a credit limit. Oh my thing.
No, it's maxed out.
Oh, f- me. What are we? What are we doing? Why? What? Do you know this is maxed out? You know he has a maxed out card at 12%?
It's a HELOC.
Oh, this is the HELOC. There it is. Yep. The HELOC when he went and did the HELOC, were you consulted in any way whatsoever?
Yeah.
And
I agreed with it.
okay, did you understand it?
I did. He explained it.
Okay.
It was that or just not pay our credit cards.
But you said the minimum payment was like $500 a month, right?
It was
You
on,
know you
one,
took
on
that-
one card.
Oh, altogether, what
It
was
was
it
like
then?
$900 a month.
How much were you making in your previous position?
My household income went up about like $500 a month. So
What do you
it was
mean
like-
now
Yeah.
compared to last time?
Yeah,
I mean, depending on your living expenses, you could have made it work. You could have also done
maybe. Yeah. I mean, I think the fact that I only work 40
It'd have
hours a
been hard,
week.
but-
Yeah.
Any consolidation? Did you look into any kind of consolidation?
Yeah, but my credit cards were like 110% utilized, so I couldn't get
I know.
anything. And the only reason I got that is because it's a credit union. So
$32,419.53.
yeah,
12%. The
Part
minimum
of
monthly
it-
payment of $330.41.
it's interest only for 5 years. Part of the reason it's so high is because we also had a second lien on our house because
Good. Are you kidding me?
So we were in a program that paid for our down payment for our house. So
Mm-hmm.
we closed on our house for $20 and they forgave it like
That means
20% a year.
well, that's okay.
So we had to pay off $6,000 for the second lien.
I think you guys have rushed into something,
Yeah.
trying to be a little older than you are right now.
Patience.
Sure, at some point it would have made sense in the history of the United States and the prices of homes for someone in your age range to have bought a house immediately, like, oh, we're gonna go pump out some kids and just go get a house for box of donuts. That's like that's not I think you guys are rushing into the wants of this life, this dream life that we've envisioned. We've just gotten ourselves into a risky situation in general.
I
the
think
mortgage
sometimes
is
I
not
forget
much,
that we're
though.
so young.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think about the fact that I'm 22.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you guys have baby face.
So
Hold on to it while you have it. It gets sad real quick.
Does it?
Are you tired of losing money trading? Are you ready to be successful with AI-based risk management? Hi, my name is Brian Nutt.
Freedom. Just wear sunscreen every day.
Heard that.
Okay, $2,446. I see you're not close to maxing out this one. No interest. Is this in an interest-free period, or do you pay this off every month?
I'm
You purchased
not
$3,071.
sure. It was paid off before that month.
It's not anymore.
No,
Why? Why'd you do this?
we had $1,500 in car repairs.
Well, your spending's also
Yeah,
ridiculous.
Yeah, Starbucks and Tucky.
Car repairs on what?
The Corolla,
The
the 2009 Corolla. It was $1,507, and I had
There it goes, guys. Starbucks is killing you. Those $5, $6 coffees every morning adds up.
to do it because it was part of it was the EVAP system, so it couldn't pass inspection.
$40 minimum monthly payment. Inspection isn't something we have to do in Texas anymore.
What do you mean?
I don't know if that's been officially been applied yet, but you no longer have to get an inspection to get registered.
Really?
Yeah, they passed that law. I don't know if it's effective yet. So,
is that
Don't
smart?
let me spread misinformation. Well, it blew my mind when I moved down to here in Texas that the inspections are even a thing. 'Cause that's not a thing in Michigan.
Oh, you're
that you
from
had to do.
Michigan.
Yeah, you didn't have to
Okay.
do that. Up in there, you just got your car registered.
Hmm.
Me. It's because of the car repair. The pink lines are all bullshit.
Hmm.
The pink lines are all The pink lines are all bullshit. 2 pages of this. Do you even know you're spending? You guys don't go over it. Do you even know what's happening at this household? Wendy's, Amazon, Wendy's, Juice Bar, which, by the way, is supposed to be giving you money, not you giving them money. Panera Bread, Liquor, Raising Cane's, Sonic, Life Cafe, Juice Bar, Raising Cane's. Just make a f***ing juice. Just make a juice. They won't know. No, don't steal.
All them subscription services you have that you don't need, adding up. Guys, it's not getting better out here.
From the company, Raising Cane's.
No, I get them.
Viac.
I do get them for free, but there's like some bottled stuff that I don't.
Stop.
So I get like the acai bowls and juice for free.
Stop. Then stop spending money. What? Doesn't make any sense. Disney Store, taquitos, McDonald's. What is this BlackRock thing?
Coffee. That's me.
Great. Coffee, Panda Express, Juice Bar, Once Upon a Child, Hello Wisp, Koopa Yo, Starbucks, taquitos, McDonald's, taquitos, Amazon, Marshalls, BlackRock Coffee, Whataburger, BlackRock Coffee, taquitos, Whataburger, pizza, Netflix, Thrift.
It's the gas station. He says.
Oh, so I take it you're the watcher of the show. You're not.
Yeah.
I watch in passing.
Oh, in passing. So taquitos essentially means stopping at a gas station and just getting some.
Okay.
Yeah.
We eat a lot of chips.
Okay.
Go to the grocery store. I'm talking about. Get massive bags for much cheaper. You stop at the gas station for chips?
Yeah.
For chips? Never heard of people doing this. Who stops at gas stations for chips? Go get a big bag in the grocery
He comes
store.
home every day from work with beer and chips from the gas station.
No, I wouldn't say every day, but like
You're gonna get fat when that metabolism dies 23 years old. That's what happened to me.
the Doritos are just so good, and they don't have them at HEB. So
They don't have Doritos at HEB.
not the ones that I.
Well, which ones do you get?
The fire lime ones.
Go to Walmart or something.
Okay.
I will say a lot of those food and spending is him. He gets fast food quite a lot. The only things on there that are mine is BlackRock, the kid stuff, and then Marshalls.
Yeah.
Prom Store, Taquitos, Chick-fil-A, Double Shot Coffee, Qdoba, McDonald's, Brom Store, Taquitos, Brom Store, Laundry Baking, banking.
That's when we're
baking.
in Oklahoma.
Yeah.
That goes
Great.
into Oklahoma.
Rise and grind. Your spending habits didn't change
Mm-mm.
whether you're in Oklahoma or not. It wasn't like a unique situation. You're just spending going crazy. Rise and grind, Brom Store, tequila, and baking again. Taquitos, Starbucks, taquitos, and Carl's Jr. The spending's wild. You said you have a New Balance on the Freedom card, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Right there.
this is the one that I was using. Yes, okay. So written on this one is like New Balance. So that's the same thing. That's okay. No need for that one. And then on the Apple card, $839.88. The minimum monthly payment of $28. Oh, shocker. Most of the things on here are bullshit. In fact, there was only one thing that wasn't bullshit. And actually, it probably, you know what? In fact, it definitely was because it was only $5. So I know you stopped and got some chips.
Where was it?
Yeah, and I will say also, he's told me that we can't afford things and we can't afford to eat out. And I'll cook at home for myself and the kids, and then he'll get off of work and he'll say, hey, I'm so hungry, I'm gonna stop and get food. I'll tell him we can't afford that, and he'll still stop.
What are you doing? Why?
I don't know.
That is not an answer.
I don't.
If you can't get to the core of why you're doing it, how are you ever gonna change?
I feel like it's because I work.
Man, those guilty pleasures are gonna kill you. I'm not gonna lie, I have some guilty pleasures myself, but I got my finances under a little control. I have some debt that I need to pay off, but when you have two people that have bad habits and they come together, it's gonna be disaster. It's point blank. Even with one person, because you might have to try to satisfy that other person that has bad spending habits. But you better stay strong, because it's real life. It's real life.
You know, for like however many hours, and then I just
work
don't.
8 hours a day.
No, I know. No, I know.
Oh, it's so hard. What?
Well, I'm just saying it's like one of those things where I don't take any breaks at work, so I just get off and I'm so hungry. So.
Oh, buddy has a job.
Ooh.
A job where he has to do work.
And to be fair, also, he could get a free acai bowl
Yeah.
instead of going to a fast food restaurant.
Yeah.
Sure.
And metabolism, man. When it dies in a couple years, your husband's gonna be a fat. Watch out.
I hope not.
DoorDash, Chipotle, Starbucks, Starbucks. So who's the Starbucks, sir?
It's right next door to my work. And
Congratulations, make
yeah.
coffee
No, I
like a
know.
human adult.
I know.
Nectar juice bar, and then some taquitos, juice bar, DoorDash, crust pizza. I thought we were at least picking up food on the way home, but we're getting DoorDash, crust pizza, taquitos, Starbucks, DoorDash, Starbucks.
And also, DoorDash is him.
That I draw the line
What
there.
are you?
She
I
gets
will get
too.
DoorDash like once or twice a month.
Well, guys, you watched the video. You guys can watch the rest. I'm gonna leave the link in the description. You get the point. If you guys don't get a hold of your finances, good luck. I suggest people that are in a relationship don't. If those finances are not fixed before you go walk down the aisle, you good luck. You're gonna. Some people say, "Oh, we'll work it through in time." You better nip it in the butt right now, or there's no marriage talk. It's that simple. Because once things get harder and you guys are now on the same page with the finances, and everybody talking about the man should be the provider and this and that, and when things go bad and the woman is the one that's contributing to things going bad, you as the man, you're gonna take 90% of the burden. It is that simple. And if you guys have kids, even worse. But again, guys, be patient on buying stuff. Don't buy it if you don't need it. Don't go into debt if you don't need it. I believe credit cards should only be for emergencies, really. Yeah, you want to buy stuff and pay it off to build your credit. But at the same time, you guys don't have no self-control. Fix your mental. Get therapy. You guys need therapy you guys need financial therapy. That's the issue. Stop going on social media. You see these interviews, people talking about they're looking good, having fun, and it's all sponsored by somebody else. They broke. Save your money and invest it. You can see your life change in a year if you just stay down. But you guys go ahead and tell me how y'all feel about it in the comments. It's your boy PrimeTimePat. Go ahead and subscribe. Thank you for watching the video. Peace.